Hey everybody, welcome. It's Traci from Downwarddogrising, and I'm going to bring you a neck and a back release tonight. So, my neck and my low back are crunchy tonight. I had a lot of driving this week and teaching, so my back got compressed. So I'm going to give you a segment tonight, to just decompress so you're comfortable. So when you lay down to go to bed, everything doesn't feel tight and constricted and compressed. So let's start off with a deep inhale. Breathe into the sides of your rib cage. Expansion, and then exhale, release. You're going to just inhale, expand into those lower lobes of the lungs, three-dimensional breathing. One more time, let your ribs expand like you're blowing air into a balloon. And then exhale. Gently bring arms by sides. You're going to shrug shoulders towards ears. Release the tension through fingertips. Shrug shoulders towards ears. Release tension through fingertips. Shrug shoulders up. Breathing in. Exhale and breathe in. Get that tension, greet it, release it. Two more. Inhale, exhale, release. One more, breathing in. And then exhale, release. Take one hand, stretch by your side. Slowly listen to the opposite shoulder. Anchor point is this shoulder here, so you could stretch, release, side of neck. Get that sternocleidomastoid muscle to release. Gently bring head center. You're going to stretch this other arm long, shoulder out of ear, and gently start to listen to your opposite shoulder. Let this side be your anchor point. Releasing tension. Return center one more time. Listen to your shoulder. This side's your anchor point. Tilt chin up. Feel the fibers change. Tilt chin down. Just moved a little bit more to the side, up or higher in the neck. And gently return center one more time. Listen to opposite shoulder. Now you're going to tilt your chin up, ever so gently and slowly. Slow, controlled motions. You're going to feel a stretch in the side, back of the neck. And then as you tilt down, it's going to travel right around here somewhere. Breathing in and breathing out. And then gently just return to the center. Okay, next what I want you to work on is just getting the air into the lower lobes of your lungs. So what I mean by that, you're going to come down to your mat, just lower all the way down. And then what you can do here, making sure you get all the air out of your lungs. One hand could go on your sternum, on your breastbone, and you want to make sure that it falls, it melts down into your chest with each exhale so you get all the air to come back out of your lungs. So you're just going to inhale to the side of your ribs so your ribs expand laterally. And then you're going to exhale through your breastbone so it melts. And your ribs start to pull around you. So you're going to inhale. Ribs expand. Chest rises. Exhale. Sternum falls. Ribs come together. One more time. And then exhale. Take both hands to each side of your rib cage. Expansion. And then you want to wring out the wet sponge. And actually feel how your fingertips intersect like that. They come closer when you exhale. We're going to squeeze out those intercostal muscles, those muscles between your ribs. Exhale. Your corset strings wrap. Back elongates into the mat. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Oh, one more time. Breathe in. Exhale. All right. Take your arms straight over your shoulders. Shoulder blade slaps. So press back ahead into mat. Lengthen your neck. Now elevate just your shoulder blades, the flat, wide bones in your back, scapula. Peel them up off mat, away from center of spine, and then just slap them back to the mat. They peel up, and slap them back. They peel up, slap them back. Spine elongates. 5. You're going to feel the tension release out of the center back, thoracic spine. 4. The sides of your neck are already going to feel longer. Release. 3, 2, come in. Shrug, not shrug. Peel the scapula up, shoulder blades up. Half turn, thumbs turn away. Thumbs face in, blades come down, up, out. Screw in the light bulb, in and down, up, out, in, down. Screw your arm bone, external rotation deeper into your shoulder socket. 7, rotate in, back, down. 6, lift, out, in, down. 5, lift, out, in, down. 4, 3, 2, and gently come in. All right, open your arms slightly lower than the height of your shoulders. If they go over your head, that's too high. In line with shoulder joint or slightly below is fine. Palm down against the floor, one side of your body. Palm up, facing the sky on the other side of your body. We're going back into your shoulder blades again. The palm that's down is pushing the mat away. And you're going to turn, peel your blade up, turn head, look to the palm that's up. Stretch side of neck. Create space, back of shoulder blade. Slide that hand down. Rotate that other palm to the floor, to the mat. The other palm lifts up. Now slightly stretch shoulder down away from ear. Peel that shoulder blade off the mat. Look at the palm that's up. Come in, palm down again. And inhale, rotating arms. This is called rotating arms. Exhale. Look at the palm that's up. Peel up, lower down. Look at the palm, turn. Palm pushes the mat away as you peel your shoulder blade away from the floor. The shoulder blade peels away from the spine. We're going to get the inferior edge of the scapula, that shoulder blade bone. The inside edge is going to peel away from your spine. 4, rotating arms. 3, reach and stretch. And 2, feel the side of the neck. Feel that shoulder blade ease the tension. Last set. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to return back to the center. Awesome. All right, come back center. Next, it's a small motion, head and neck. First one, release the occiput, the base of your skull. Tilt your chin upwards, down. You don't have to lift your head off the mat even. Tilt up, tilt down, tilt up, tilt down. The opposite side from where your nose is, in the back of your head, the skull, you're going to feel tension subtly leaving from there. It's very subtle. Ease the tension at the base of the skull. Breathe naturally. Return head center neutral. All right, next comes your nose circles. Tip of nose, baby circles to the sky. Relax your mouth, your jaw, the facial muscles. Release the tension, little circles. Sides and neck lengthen. Okay, now we're getting into your second cervical vertebra, the axis. We're going to go the opposite way. So that helps us rotate our head. Release the tension, little baby circles. And gently come back center. Okay, now we're going to go to your lumbar spine, your low back. We hit your cervical spine, the neck. We hit your thoracic spine, middle back. Okay, now we're going into lumbar, low back. So what I want you to do, right where your navel is, you're going to pull your abdominals in, elongate into the spine, like pull in and elongate. And then use your core to roll. I just had a big crack and crunch in my low back. Roll your hip bones backwards towards navel. And then you're going to inhale. Ooh, another crunch. Roll your hip bones forward towards pubic bone. Peel back. Deep exhale as your abdominals pull way into your spine. Inhale, release. Exhale, peel back. Inhale, release. We're trying to get to the point where the cracks and the noises go away and it just eases the tension out. It gives some freedom, releases the compressed joints, making space in your joints actually. 4, 3, tilting pelvis posteriorly to navel. 12 on the face of a clock. Tilt your pelvis anterior towards 6 o'clock on the face of a clock, pubic bone. 4, tilt back and forth. And 3, posterior to the back, anterior to the front. 2, posterior to the back, anterior to the front. Last one. So going with like medical terminology, posterior, anterior. Return to center, midway point between the two. Hip bones, pubic bones, same alignment. Posterior, right there, hip bones are lower than pubic bone. Anterior, pubic bone is lower than hip bones. Same alignment, they're aligned. Now, make sure your heels aren't touching your glutes or anything that's too close. Come out a little bit. Plant your heels. Even my ankle's cracked. Everything's cracking. Jeez. Okay, this is why I'm here. So your feet are hip width apart. There's space here between the front of the rib cage and the front of the hip bones. If you hip hike, this is what happens. Your hip bone swings up into your ribs. It could do that on either side, and your hips waddle up, back and forth. We don't want that motion, actually. We want your ribs and your hips to pull apart to create space here that lengthens your spine on each side. And then think 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, your 2 hip bones. You can pretend you're rolling a marble or a ball from hip to hip. You're sloshing water, wave of a boat, back and forth. Straight line, so neither one of the hips hikes. And the way you test that is there's space between thumbs and index or middle fingers. Keep the distance. So this is 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock on the face of a clock. It might be weird. You can move your pelvis. Now try to keep your thighs stable and still. Inhale, go to the right of your navel. Tighten your core to your back like a guide wire. Bring right side of hip into mat. Left hip goes up like a guide wire. Go an inch to left side of navel. Pull the left half of the pelvis down. One side goes up. Pull that side down. The other side goes up. Pull that side down. Differentiate. Move the pelvis with barely moving the thighs. So you could reverse. Move hips with keeping the thighs stable. Next, we're going to do the opposite. Draw a straight line across your 2 hip bones to the center. So that's your transversus abdominis, horizontal belt tightens all the way around, even around here. collarbones wide. Avoid compressing neck. Weight goes down through mid-back. Now I want you to just push down into all four corners of your feet. Now you're going to feel the space. The front of the hip bones press up to the ceiling. There's actually space between ribs and hips, and your low back is long. And then you place your pelvis down to the mat. Careful the knees, avoid hitting sideways. They don't splay out, they stay centered. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles aligned. Come straight back to mat. You're going to lift, tailbones long. Create some space in your low back. Come back. 6 more. Weight is across shoulder girdle. Come back to mat. 5 more. 4 more. 3. 2 more. Core is strong. Last one. Lower down. Hug knees in. Peel head, neck, shoulders up. Bow from center of breastbone. Exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Exhale, breathe in, breathe out. One more. Exhale, breathe in, breathe out. Slowly come to mat. Next, you're going to straighten out your arms and your legs. I'm going to switch to the other side so I don't hit anything. I don't feel like kicking the table. So now you're on your mat. Your legs reach long. Now, take your arms over your head. So your legs are straight on your mat. What you do, right ankle crosses over left ankle. Grab. So the right ankle crosses over left. Left hand grabs the right wrist. You're going to pull and lengthen the whole right side of your body by pulling to the left. Banana Asana, just keep your hip bones straight to sky. And let's stretch the whole right side of your spine for a moment. I don't have space, so I'm going to bend my elbows. I'm going to relax shoulders and just bend my elbows so I don't hit anything. Shoulders stay away from ears. Let your ribs open and expand. The inhales, follow them, your awareness. Just feel that whole right side of the spine stretch apart. Breathing in, breathing out. One more. Uncross, return to center, fold your knees in. Feet are going to go hip distance apart. Do a single bridge, recenter, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Return to mat. Extend the legs, extend the arms over your head. Left ankle crosses over right. Right wrist grabs the left arm. Elongate the entire spine. Now stretch to the right so you can feel the entire left side of your spine lengthen. Your hip bones still face the sky. If your shoulders bunch up to ears, go ahead and bend your elbows and relax your shoulders down, back, away from ears. We're trying to avoid compression. Breathing in, ribs expand. Release, breathing in. And release. One more deep inhale. And gently release. Slowly come back center. And just stretch arms overhead. Extend the arms straight over your head. Legs reach straight out. Your ankles are uncrossed. Feel the elongation. Gently come in. We're just going to turn to our side. Slowly push up. All right. Next, what I want you to do here, we're going to create some length from the center of our back, our thoracic spine. We're going to come onto all fours. And then basically, your hips stay right over your knees. We're going to do melting heart. You're going to stretch your breastbone. Hips are over the knees. Pull your torso forward. Stretch from armpits to palms. And allow your forehead to rest on the mat. Reach the sits bones behind you. Get a stretch across that upper middle back. Feel the shoulder blades flat and wide across the back. Breathing in, pull the breastbone through the arms. Stretch your sits bones behind you. Create length from head to tailbone. Really stretch your spine out. Breathing in. Aim those sits bones behind you. Exhale. Feel a stretch actually under those armpits as you pull your sternum forward slightly. Decompress from the armpits through the breastbone, through the collarbones. Collarbones widen, shoulders out of ears. Blades float down sides of back. Sits bones anchor towards the mat. One more deep inhale. Slowly slide the hands in, coming up to hands and knees. Next, I'm going to have you do a little thread the needle. Your hip bones face the mat. I want you to open the collarbones apart. Inhale, really stretch the collarbone out. Really pull your hip bones face down. Exhale, thread the needle. Now you're just going to keep the shoulder out of the ear. Stretch the arm down. Pull sits bones down to the mat. Side of neck elongates. Bottom shoulder out of ear. It is an anchor. Stretch out shoulder, neck, sides of waist. Breathing in, ribs expand. Ease the tension out. Relax the jaw, the mouth, the facial muscles. One more deep inhale. Slide your hand in. Come up to your hands and your knees. Now we switch it. Hip bones face your mat. Inhale, collarbone wide. Open your shoulders, your chest. Breathing in. Exhale. You're going to thread the needle to the other side. Stretch that arm. Keep this arm away from your shoulder. This one drops out of your ear. Gently stretch overhead. Feel this whole side lengthen. Feel a stretch under here. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Stretch those sits bones towards the mat. Side of neck lengthens. Breathing in. Just ease into it. Release any tension. Let go. Soften. Moon energy. Just chill. Coolness like water. One more deep inhale. Exhale, gently release. Slide that hand in. Press up to hands and knees. Gently come back into a rest pose. Stretch those sits bones back. Stretch your breastbone through. Breathing in, breathing out. Stretch apart. Pull those sits bones to the mat behind you. One more deep inhale. And gently release. Slowly, we're going to come all the way down to our mat. I'm going to do a little sphinx. Tops of feet can touch down on the mat. You're going to drop your shoulders away from the ears and just feel like there's space across your upper middle back. Tilt chin slightly forward so you can keep the back of the neck long so it doesn't compress the neck vertebra like C4, C5. We don't want to throw our head back and compress C4, C5. Really common points for compression. And then we're just going to let the chin drop slightly. Shoulders drop away from ears, sides of neck are long. Just create some space in your spine. Feel rooted, grounded into the earth through your pelvis. It's like your belly's doming into the anterior part of the spine, reaching through the body into the front of the spine. If that doesn't make sense, the back of my body is the posterior of my spine. The front of the body going through all the tissue is the anterior side of my spine. So if I don't make sense, I mean like the front of the spine, the back of the spine. Now from here, I'm going to gently tilt one ear towards one shoulder. Release side of neck. Be careful. Come back to the center. Now you're going to tilt the other ear to the other shoulder. Release the side of your neck. And then gently come back to the center. And then from here, come out into a little seal. Abdominal scoop into spine. Keep the spine reaching long. No compression in the low back, no compression in the shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. Create some length, some space. Decompress. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Last time. Slowly come down to your mat and just relax your forehead straight down into the backs of your hands. Stay here. Gently wiggle hips side to side. Release your low back. All right. Take your hands close to your body. And then from here, you're going to let those shoulders roll down and back. Take your toes, curl your toes under because you're going to lift the legs, the thighs up, the knees lift, push into the mat, and now rise up into an upward dog. Those thighs are off the mat. Tighten the core to your back, open your chest, your heart center, and take 3 deep inhales. Create some space. Chest is open, shoulders out of ears. Inhale, exhale. And one more time, deep inhale, deep exhale. And then gently come right back again. Just for a second. Counter. Down, not downward dog. Why do I do that? Balasana, rest pose. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in, breathe out. And gently come up. Sit, face forward. And then let's do a little, my goodness, can I attempt Gomukhasana tonight? I don't know. Cow face. You're going to see me make a cow face. You're going to have one knee bend, parallel knee and ankle, and I'm super tight, so my hip is going to go flying high into the air. Ideally, your legs just stack one over the other. Hopefully by the end of this exercise, my hip drops. See if you can flex your feet to give more space for your hip sockets and give your knees support. And then as you do this, this is fire log actually, Agnistumbasana. And I just realized I'm not going to combine fire log with Gomukhasana. That would be a little too intense, especially for me. Some might be okay with it, but I'm just going to let us hang here, just working on the lower body, and I'll address the upper body in a second. As I'm talking, you could see the release. Keep flexing your foot. Fire log just happened. I don't even know how it happened. I wasn't planning on it. Rise up. Try to stretch up so your hips can sink down deeper. Flex your feet. Just breathe into it. Lengthen spine on your inhale. Maybe do a little hip hinge forward. Just give in. That moon energy, that yin, coolness, mystery, darkness. Just give into it. The unknown. Dragons are even associated with yin. How cool is that? The unknown mystical qualities of a dragon. Take another deep inhale here. Slowly you're going to come up. Maybe shake out your knees for 2 seconds. Release. Let's go to the other side. Whatever side was down is going to be up. Whatever side was up is going to be down. Ankle, knee, shin, parallel if possible. Ankle, ooh, knee, shin, parallel if possible. If not, no worries. I think I need to do the other side. Hold on. I think I just repeated. I did. Ankle, knee, shin, parallel. Okay, yeah, I knew it. Because that side was down and this side is up. Big space here. big, huge space. Where's my yoga block? I'm just gonna ride with it. Flex your ankles. Get your sits bones on the mat. And this is probably why my body went from a shoelace into a fire log. I was gonna do less intense, but I guess I needed the intensity, so maybe you do too. Sink into your sits bones. Rise up, lengthen. The more you rise up, see if you can just allow your hips to sink. Those sits bones sink. Keep rising up through the spine as your sits bones sink. Just go with it. Go with the flow. And breathe. Meet your edge without forcing. And stay here. And just be with it without fighting it. If you can hinge over with your torso, you can do so. Do what your body says is right in this moment. Stretching up, breathing in, sinking down as you rise up. Yin and yang, two energy flows. And the yin is the slowing down, the passivity, but it's not doing nothing. Double negative in a sentence actually doesn't work. I should say passive stretch isn't always passive. It looks that way, but it's not. Breathing in, breathing out. Hold what you can. Come a little deeper if you can. Keep rising up on the inhales. Feel the release and give. Just to give a little more. And it's releasing on its own without the force. I'm gonna call in a night after this. It's exhausting just staying like this, isn't it? Maybe not for you, but this is exhausting right now. Looks like I'm not doing anything. I'm doing so much just to stay like this. Breathing in, breathing out. And if you don't have tight hips, you'll look at me like, what the heck is she talking about? That's okay too. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to take one more deep inhale. And slowly come up. Oh, let's do a little windshield wiper. Just a little bit. Roll across your hips for a second. All right. Next, what I want to do, let's come into butterfly. My floor is cracking every time I move. It's not my bones, at least. So, your thigh bones rotate up. Your knees drop out. You sit tall. And you're just going to hold for your butterfly. Your Baddha-Konasana. Maybe you'll come forward a little bit. Maybe you'll come forward a lot. I don't know. Either way, it's fine. Maybe go a little deeper if you can. One more deep inhale. Slowly you're going to come up. Take the knees together. Reach the legs out, hands come underneath your shoulders, maybe fingertips rotate out, and just lift up, press hips to sky, chest is open. You're just gonna press your thighs straight to the sky, drop your shoulders out of your ears, core is strong, scoop in, and then gently release. Good job. We're gonna come into a little easy pose. Just cross the ankles. A little easier than sitting in butterfly. Take the back of the hand, fold it into the low part of your back, and start to point the fingertips up the back. That was my left arm. You could do the same or reverse, whatever you want. Right arm reaches overhead, and it's going to face out. It's going to face the palm down against the spine, and then the elbow points up, and sit tall. Maybe hands touch, maybe not. And we're going to do a little bit of this Gomukhasana arms. Cow face. Stretching the shoulders. Getting into our energy meridians. Heart and lungs. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen up on the inhales. Sink into your sits bones on the exhales. Breathing in, breathing out. Ease the tension out of the middle part of your back. Circulate the energy up the spine and down the spine simultaneously. Think of the healing, magical powers of the dragon. One more deep inhale. And we're just going to take those arms out. Roll the shoulders up, down, back, away from ears. One more time. All right, we're going to reverse. This time, the back of the hand reaches behind you, goes against the low part of the back, and the fingertips start to reach up the spine, reach behind, and the fingertips actually reach up. And we're usually not even on each side, so no worries if you discover that. This arm is going to reach up. We're going to end up placing our palm against the back, fingers down. So this hand goes straight up, lengthen to the top of your head, elbow to sky, palm down against the back between the shoulder blades, and you're just going to gently, maybe have the hands come together or closer towards each other. They don't have to touch. And sit tall, breathing in, breathing in, breathing out. Trying to get that energy circuit. Have energy moving freely, getting oxygen, getting chi into the cells. Energy to flow. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, sinking down into those sits bones. Being conscious of the breath. Let's take one more deep inhale. And gently we're going to take that arm out. Gently take this arm out. Just shake out your arms. All right. We're just going to place our fingertips directly onto our shoulders. I'm going to have you rotate up, down, and around. Rotate up, down, and around. Nice, easy, and slow. Up, down, and around. Up, down, and around. Up, down, and around. Release. Good job. One more. All right. We're just gently going to take our hands, clasp them together. We're just going to roll those wrists around for a second. Reverse, roll those wrists down, around. Release those wrists. All right. Shake out the wrists. And we're just going to take a deep inhale here. Palms to sky. Exhale, bring hands to heart. All right, that concludes our practice this evening. And I hope your neck feels released. I hope your shoulders feel released. And I hope your back feels released. So there's not as much crunchiness if you had any. Mine feels better, so I hope yours does too. All right, take care. Peace, everyone. Have a good one. See you soon. Bye. Peace.